Hi everyone, I'm John, and I'm here with a 2012 late body style Grand Caravan from Dodge. And I'm going to show you how to do some really basic car maintenance on your minivan if you own one of these. Today we're going to do an air filter swap, which is really easy. In the future episode we're going to work on changing windshield wiper blades, and I'll throw in one or two tips along the way. Thanks! From inside the cabin of the van, I've already gone and popped the hood latch, and when you reach under just left of center, there's a small mechanism that when you pull towards you, it disengages, and you can just lift the whole hood. Now you've got your prop stand, and you can prop it up pretty easily. So now you've got your engine hood up, and now we can start looking. And right here is where my air filter box is going to be, and that's where we're going to be doing our work. The filter that I'm going to be using is actually a Purelator Classic filter. It's not the one I'd wanted to get. I wanted to get this, just the CarQuest brand filter, but they didn't have it in stock. This one cost me about $24, I think, $22 at the local Advance Auto Parts. Now, why are we doing this rather than letting the dealership do this when you take it in to get it serviced or whatever? First off, I just had this fan at the dealer, and to get the air filter serviced at the dealer is $34. So you've got some markup on parts there, and this is really pretty easy. So I gave $20 for this, maybe even as much as $24, and we'll put this in and save a lot of time and a lot of effort and money. Now what you may notice is that at one point in time we had a Canon air filter on this. We do not have it now. We just have a standard paper air gauze on this. Now there are a handful of things there. You see there's a clip here, there's a retaining clip here, and there's one more retaining clip over to the side that's a little difficult to see. Basically, if you look at them, there are going to be some simple release mechanisms that will issue. Hopefully with the camera at this angle you can see the release mechanism. There's the rounded piece, and then there's the pull retaining clip. Just reach your hand in under there and pop it off, and it's going to come loose. There are two others. There's one here, and then there's one off the side. And this is the one that's the hardest to reach. I reach around typically and just pull it out. And when I pick this up, my air filter is pretty easily exposed. And comes out. There's some easy retaining clips. Now what you can see, this is a little dirty. It's not really that horrifically dirty. But you can definitely see that there is some dust, especially if you look inside of some of these filtered pieces. So we've got this older air filter. Now we're going to pull out the new air filter, and let's just make a real brief comparison. So pretty clearly they are the same size. You can see that there's a little difference in the metal gauze. Let's flip them over. You can definitely see that this one has a lot more dirt that's trapped in the cotton the paper gauze than this one, which is pretty darn clear. So we're just going to push that over to the side. We're going to pick our lid back up, and you can see that when you drop this in, it fits nicely and snugly. Now, how this works is air comes in through the air dam, up through that filter, and then in through this air intake hose. Now, from the back here, there's a brief alignment that you have to get right. And once you get it, your air filter box snugs down nicely. And then we just reverse our process. We put this one down. And then we put this one in. And we push this one down as well. Now, the extra added benefit of changing your own, beyond the fact that you just saved $10, because you did spend a little bit more time than you would have beforehand, the extra added benefit is that you have some control over how regularly it gets changed. This one has about 15,000 miles on it. So there you have it, folks. Today we've changed out the air filter on our 2012 Grand Caravan. Now, this is all part of a bigger process that I actually have. I went around and I called different places, different dealerships and whatnot about changing the oil and their cost. The van sits so low to the ground. I don't have ramps. It takes time to take and deposit the oil. and you get it recycled. And they do, a lot of these places do this easily. So I called around, and actually it would turn out to be my local Chrysler dealership. They do a really great thing. If I bring the motor oil and the air filter, if I buy the parts, they will change the oil for me using my parts. So I go and I find either at an auto dealer or online, I find a synthetic oil that matches the right oil viscosity rating. This is 5W30. I change to Mobile 1, and I bring that to them to use. And I also go to CarQuest and buy the filter because supposedly the filters are made by Wix. I recently learned that Advanced Auto Parts just acquired CarQuest, so we'll see how that changes. But the Mobile 1 is supposed to have about a 10 to 15,000 mile lifetime on it, so that means that I don't have to change oil as often. If I go and price out the synthetic oil change at the dealership, last time I checked it was $81 for just the oil change plus parts like the filters and things like that. So I spend, this van takes 5 quarts, and I can typically find this online through a deal at a Walmart someplace for about $30. So I spend $30 on this, and I go buy my own air filter for about another $6 or $7 at the CarQuest, and then they charge me $7. So I've effectively cut a synthetic oil change into about half price. Now that's pretty darn important to me. So they charge $7.50 for the oil change. I bring my oil and I bring my own filter, and as you just watched, I change my own oil filter. What makes this really nice is they recycle the synthetic oil for me. So now you know just a little bit more about how I maintain my 2012 Dodge Grand Caravan. As an interesting note, the 2012s recommend 8,500 miles between oil changes on conventional motor oil. If you look at the 2013s, which is exactly the same van, same motor, this is the 3.6 liter VVT, the variable valve timing. They recommend 10,000 miles on conventional motor oil, and I just verified with a friend of mine who's got a 2014 Chrysler product that they recommend 10,000 for him. So when I'm looking at my Mobile 1 here, on the back of it, they recommend guaranteed to protect for 15,000 miles. I haven't gone that long yet. I'm waiting to let the EVIC tell me when it is that I should change this. So you should let the internal oil sensors tell you when's a good time to change. But air filter, buy your own oil and your own parts. They'll change it for you to reduce cost, and drive it a little bit longer on the same oil. That's good for both your pocket, your car, and the earth. Thanks everybody. Hope this video is very helpful to you.